Hello, folks. This is Brandon Chapman with TheoTRADE here, bringing the video on Monday, January 5th. We're finally back from Christmas, New Year's, all the vacations and holidays over that time and season. The Santa Claus rally did not appear from the 25th, 26th, rather, through January 2nd. The mark was down. But today we're seeing lift. What was the news over the weekend? Obviously, capturing Maduro, going into Venezuela was a big deal. And boy, you look at the lifted energy today, you're saying, wow, that's a huge move, but it wasn't broadly felt. I mean, stocks like Oxy, for example, falling off hard today after initial gap open. Stocks like AR and Terra Resources, big down move. But yet stocks like New Holdings, for example, pretty big representation in South America. It's a digital banking platform, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. Makes you wonder if people are anticipating their ability to get into Venezuela and to provide some funding in that area as well. So maybe they're up big today. But going on just beneath the surface is potentially another big short squeeze in the market that might be ready to go right now. And so how do we know where to look? Well, you know what? We use options activity as the key indicator of where the next short squeeze is about to occur. Well, how do we know that? Well, we know that because guess what? At the end of the day, it's the option activity, it's the call buying we're seeing that ultimately drives the gamma squeeze to a short squeeze. And so if somebody's stepping in and buying 17,000 contracts in ENVX or more, 20,000, whatever that number is, guess what? Who's buying it? Well, who's selling it to those that are buying it? Well, the market maker is. And guess what? There's a certain degree of bullish potential that's created as those call options are being bought. And again, the market maker has to hedge through buying stock, creates upward lift. And these stocks that have very, very significant short interest, this creates huge potential for squeeze in the market. And so you'll see right here in New Holdings, this was a call that was being bought. Well, it's part of a spread. And if I type in NU up here, and I can expand it out and try to see all of the stuff that's happening in it, and you'll see what happened. They sold 14 puts and bought 19 calls. Now we look across here. There's other stuff going on the call side of New Holdings, but our focus is not on stocks with one squeeze bar. We're going to focus on companies that have 4 squeeze bars. So when I click on this, the squeeze bar is a way of quickly analyzing the potential short squeeze that can occur. And so we have all the details that profile the potential gamma squeeze, forcing the market maker to buy stock, creating upward lift. And then we have the other side of it, creating a short squeeze where massive upside potential movement is created as part of that. Now, as we look at these stocks with 4 squeeze bars, well, what does it mean to have 4 squeeze bars? Well, these stocks probably have over 20% of their float shorted. These companies probably have a very high short ratio. So if they have 10 to 20%, they have a high short ratio. What does that mean? Well, let's use Enovix as an example here. So ENVX today, notice that, as of December 15th, there was 31% of the float shorted. That means they've already sold 52 million shares. Well, how do they get out of it? They got to buy the stock, right? This creates upward pressure if we can get some upward movement, which hopefully the call buying is creating. 8.5 days on this short ratio. Well, how long does it take to buy back 52 million shares? Well, based on the average volume, it's going to take 8.5 days. Something north of 5 is really high. We have 8.5 and coupled with this short ratio of 31%. So as we look at today's trade, does there have to be any positive news out there? No, you don't, right? All it takes is someone wanting to look at this stock and buying calls. Well, who's buying calls today? Notice these are getting filled at or near the ask price on all 3 of these. The 9, 10, and 950 for this week's expiration. You'll notice cumulatively we're up to 17,000, 24,000, 16,000 contracts. We are churning in there right now. And there's been some big trades in particular on this $10 call in here for this week as well. And I did a whole video on this for my Ghost Prim members. And so I actually have an event coming later today, kind of walking through the console that I'm using here today. But if I scroll down, actually, I'll just sort by looking over 100 and we'll just kind of see what's in here. Notice that there's a lot of big tranches being bought here. Oh, 11,500. When you actually dig into this, this occurred at basically about 2:58, Eastern time, or in the case of 12:58 my time, the bid was 14, the ask was 15. And we saw the bid ask spread shift, tighten, and shift upward. And so I really construed this as buying activity. And really, when you start to look at what happened today at that point in time, you'll notice right here, 12:57, right there, 12 or 14, whatever, Eastern time, 2:57 and 2:58. So as that trade was getting filled, notice the big move and the volume. So if you're uncertain about what's going on behind the scenes, just look at the reaction to the price. This is what's called a gamma squeeze. Now that gamma squeeze can fuel a short squeeze, and that's exactly what we're looking for in ENVX. And today, if we look at ENVX, you'll notice we're making ENVX, got to type it correctly. We're noticing it's a big move today, 9.8%. But notice something. Yes, we've had some smaller moves like we're seeing here, which is still big, but other points we've made massive moves in very, very short periods of time. What's fueling these moves? Again, it's the gamma squeeze, a short squeeze, or at a minimum, we know the stock has high short interest. We're looking at short squeezes. So this stock makes significant moves statistically very, very frequently. And so again, what's going to drive the next move? Well, again, what we're seeing right now for this week's expiration, we're seeing the catalyst that can create the next big move. Through 9, sure. Through 9.5, through 10, all we got to do is break these levels, and it's going to drive us to the next one. We break 10, we could see a very significant move to the upside. And right now, it's pretty amenable to buy call spreads, like buy a 9, sell 11. Not for Jan 9. You come out for February if you want to give yourself a little more time. You could buy a 9 and sell 11. Or look, you could just buy a short dated call and just look for a big, big move. Whatever you want to do. But the point is, these options are likely not pricing in the potential movement. And what's the potential of the next couple weeks? Maybe 14, maybe even 16 if we see a significant short squeeze fueled by the call activity we're seeing today. Now, I'm going to share with you another one that's going on. And there's a number of these trades. Again, just look at what's going on. I'll just click block trades and click on squeeze. Here you'll see, again, we have a number of these that have big time blocks. If I reset all filters and we just focus on stuff that's being bought, and I can easily do that. In this case, we're only worried about buying calls because we're looking for a short squeeze. And we look at these bars, you'll ENVX, LUNR, NNE. Again, a lot of these industrial AI, battery side, all this stuff's going on here, right? We look at Mara, some call buying. I wanted to come down to this FFAI. And so this is one, again, 4 squeeze bars. And again, if you want to see the underlying information, it's doing the work for you. But just so you gain the perspective of why it has 4 squeeze bars, 22% of the float shorted, and the short ratio is 7 days. It's greater than 5. This is really, really high. 38 million shares. It's going to take 7 days to cover based on the average volume right now. And that's why this stock has 4 squeeze bars. It's easy to identify the gamma squeeze caused by the short, so the market maker, and then we get the potential for a short squeeze. And it's putting these two things together that create significant movement. And so let's take a look at FFAI. Is this a stock that moves greatly, frequently? Yes, right? I mean, a move back here, we went from 82 cents to $1.37, almost doubling in price in a matter of 3 days. Other moves, we made those kind of moves very, very frequently back here in May, June, July. We had another big move here from $2 upwards to $3. Back here from $1.20 to $2. Well, $1.20 to $2 is a very significant move. And where's today's option activity occurring? It's at the 150 calls. And again, you can see it in time and sales. The problem is it's really hard to find this stuff using the thinkorswim console. But notice 9 Jan, it's for this week. All of these big tranches of calls being bought, that's being referenced in the green. It's exactly what we can show on the console here just by clicking on the location. And again, I'll just click on 100 plus. It's 1,000, we'll go 100 plus, and I'll click on sort of by today. And you'll notice all of this green here, it's filling at or near the ask price. Just tons and tons of calls being bought. That's when our trigger hit. We got north of 2,000. and it continued to escalate throughout the course of the trading day. So now we're at 21,000, mostly bought, and we're talking short dated. We're talking out of the money. All we got to do is start to see a little bit of break towards 150, and there's gravity at this level at 150. Again, if we can carry to and through 150, we could see $2 come fast, maybe even $3.50 in the coming weeks. And you go back here again, what could you look at? Well, let's just go out to February and say, what if I bought a 250, call it 7 cents? That's an issue, right? They don't have the strike selection, plenty of depth, not much strike selection. 39 days out, you lose the depth, but you start to see $1.50 come in here, wide spreads. You can go down here, you start to build a little bit. I would guess this is going to start to fill out as we move forward in time. But again, we're looking at a 9 Jan right now, 11,000 contracts being traded, mostly bought at $1.50. What if you just gave yourself to January and buy $1.50 for 7 cents? Swing for the fences that maybe we have a chance to go to $2 or possibly $3, and suddenly that option's worth $1.50 or possibly even 50 cents or $1 if we can get anywhere up here. And all we got to start to see is a typical breakout for this stock on a short squeeze in a matter of a week. We could readily see ourselves at $2 just in a matter of days. Well, folks, that's the video I got for today. That's the bell showing the market's closing right now. And we'll catch you back in the next week's video. Have a great one. Thank you.